welcome back to RØDECaster User Meetup. Oh my gosh, I have my second microphone was turned on. Let me turn that off. No wonder it sounded like it was like phasing. I have two microphones turned on. Let me mute my. Okay, there you go. Now I only hear one voice in my ears. Anyway. This is RØDECaster User Meetup by Learner to Learner, a collaborative learning channel where we come together every week for an hour of discussion about RØDECasters. If you want to participate, like some of you already have, Sean in the chat room, David Hunt is in there, looks like Joe is also in there. You can join in the conversation by participating in the YouTube chat. Obviously, you are watching it both on vertical and horizontal. I just put the feed to the horizontal feed in case you want to watch it horizontally, and you're now currently stuck with the vertical feed. Anyway, if you want to join on the panel as well, if you want to come on and discuss with us directly your RØDECaster experience, questions that you may have, or knowledge that you may have picked up about your RØDECaster, you can join us on the website over here, learnertolearner.com. Go there and then click on Call In with Zoom. Once you click on Call In with Zoom, you will go to a Zoom call registration page. That is how I screen callers. If you want to participate in this, do let me know in the chat first, and then let me know your name so that when you register and I get the notification email, I will know that you are legit and not a bot. So I won't get interesting people joining. Anyway, go ahead and do so if you want to join us in the call. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat and see who's in. Of course, earlier I said Sean. Sean says hello. David Hunt says getting my hands on an RCP2. Wait, don't you already have one? Wait, I thought you already have an RCP2. No, you have an RCD. And Joe says, hey gang, hope you're all well and have a safe Independence Day. Thank you. I did nothing. So yeah, David, not sure why you said that you got a handle, like a second one. I seem to have lost the Zoom link. I registered again. Oh, okay. All right. You registered again. If you have already registered, you will get the email. So if this is a good thing in case if you're one of the regular ones who joined all the time, but then are or you can't find your registration link, it's a recurring meeting, so you get the same link. But if you want to join us and lost the link, you can just go to the website and re-register. If you've registered before, all it will do is just send you the same link back to that same email that you utilized earlier when you sign up. So that's how you do it. And let's say hello to both our panelists tonight. Let me get rid of that chat and then let me head over to this screen and say hello to long time panelists, but we haven't seen him in the last few weeks. Hello, Glenn. How are you? Oh no! Oh, that's because you had your surgery. That's why you were not showing up.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Reggie. I had two surgeries. I had my biceps repaired, and I also had that was on the 17th, and then on the 24th, I had this gadget called a Watchman put next to my heart to help control a very, very slight arrhythmia that I have. So both of them were like, barely over an hour procedures, both of them. But again, they were just back to back. The procedures themselves didn't bother me so much. It was really had a difficult time getting back into the swing of things. I was really tired. The anesthesia from both of them, especially back
Wear
to
you
back like
out.
that, it just kind of had.
You know what? It does a lot to your body, like all those stuff that you put into our body.
Yeah.
So probably like low energy and having to pick up
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And your body's healing too. So that's why, that's the thing is like going through surgery, a lot of times you're like, oh, I think it doesn't hurt. I think I'll be fine. But then your body's using all the energy to heal,
Yeah.
the surgery, and therefore you get tired quickly. I remember I had I have to remove my gallbladder, and I thought, oh, you know what? It'll be fine. Like, I can get back to work in 2-3 days. No, I ended up staying home for a week because I was just like so
Oh, no,
tired.
I mean, that's a major body part.
That's true. My body has to get used to not having the gallbladder.
So you take like a little drug or something to help deal with the bile, or how does that work?
Actually, you know what? I no. My doctor said, your body will adjust just fine. And I thought I was gonna be, having that period of time where I can't have oily stuff. In fact, let me bring Reggie into the picture too. Hello, Reggie. I was going through that period where I thought, maybe I need to go eat fatty food before my surgery, which is what I did. It's kind of like the Last Supper, I went and have Korean barbecue, have all the pork belly that I wanted. So maybe after the surgery, I won't be able to digest fat and nothing. I'm back to normal. Like it didn't even make me feel sick or anything. So I mean, of course, I didn't go crazy eating a lot of fatty food, but yeah, it didn't do too much. But anyway, I'm glad you're mending. Now we have another member of the panel, another panelist wearing the seat belt on their chair to be safe. What about you, Reggie? How are you, Reggie?
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time? Shut up!
Goodness, how are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Good. Let me listen to you without. I mean, you look like you're on your pod mic, but I heard. Go ahead and say something.
Test 1 2. Check 1 2.
I hear a lot more of your room.
My wife's in the kitchen doing stuff, and so usually I don't have other things going on.
I see. Anyway, so let's go back to the. Hopefully, you didn't have anything to recover from, other than maybe.
I don't think there's a recovery from being old.
One of these days, we're going to talk about aging. Anyway, before we go getting into the topic of aging, let's check and see the public service announcement of any new firmware. I don't think there is any. So same old firmware. We've been writing on this for 3 months now. March. Wait, 4 months. 4 months now. Wow. Okay, and then a little bit, like May 20th, you guys, Reggie got his May 20th, 1.3.05.1408, which he did the update live on this show. So nothing new to report. Sometimes we kind of get spoiled by the fact that the hardware it's been out for over 3 years, and then we keep getting firmware updates. And when we don't have firmware updates for 4 months, suddenly we thought, oh my gosh, what's going on? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is something new coming? Or is some new hardware coming? Or is it a new feature coming? Or is it just boring in general?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but I thought, but before I get into what I was going to talk about tonight, I want to check with you all, those of you who are, Karen is here. Hi, Karen. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. And Lewis is also saying hello. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Looks like we are. And Glenn is safety belt is worn. Clay, hi Clay. Clay's looking good, fellas. Clay, I've been spending some time with Clay, which was really fun. Just kind of going through Ecamm, because he's fairly new to Ecamm, and we were having a couple the last 2-3 weeks. We had two long meetings together, just talking about eCams and kind of going through the eCam portion that I do not go through, which I only went through for maybe 1-2 months before I get into Zoom, so I never really use the interview mode part that much. And when I was spending time with him, I have to like relearn and then made a few suggestions, and hopefully the suggestion is the right one. So yes. Oh, you know what? I just saw the message from David Hunt. Yes, now I remember. Yes, you have a broken switch, and looks like. Wait, did you go through? I thought you did go through their tech support. Maybe maybe they've already replaced, or did you just get like a new one to replace that broken one without going through their support? Let us know. So with that, hello Ken too. Hi Ken. Oh, and also Kevin from back to the retro review, which I also get to spend a little time through Clay's show. And I wanna see if you guys have brought any new knowledge, new discovery, because I have one new discovery about my RØDECaster that I've been using for the past 3+ years. But did you guys have anything? Knowledge, questions, general things that you want to bring to the RØDECaster community?
Well, I was still battling with my sound effects here. I was trying to bring up the volume on some of these, and so I tried to re-export them in through Logic Pro, which didn't. It's so weird because I've did that for a few of these WAV files, and then the last ones that I tried to do when I exported them, the RØDECaster, it will load them. It will allow me to load them. But then when I try to play them, it does nothing, and I'm not sure why.
And and you what file format do you typically export them out to?
These are waves. These are WAV files.
Okay.
Yeah. So I tried WAV, I tried MP3, and yeah,
it just won't play essentially.
It shows up, but then when you hit the button, it doesn't do anything. It does nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
is it just that one particular file?
Well, I thought it was, but I tried a couple of different ones, and yeah, it's the same thing. And I'm not really sure why, because some of the other ones I did, it was fine. So I haven't really looked
Interesting.
into it.
This is on your RØDECaster Duo.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say it shows up, does it show up on the board itself when you hit? It looks like it's playing, or does it not?
I mean, the file's there, but when you press the button, it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't play
everything as far as editing. Oh wait, no, actually, correction. When you go to edit the file on the device, it doesn't show anything for the waveform.
Oh,
so
interesting. I wonder. But if you try MP3, you've tried Wave, and none of them works. I wonder if you can send that file to me, and then I can try to see if it shows up or not.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Does it support M4A?
I don't believe so.
I don't know if it. Yeah, I don't. I know MP3 for sure, Wave for sure. I'm not sure. I don't even think it does. It do AIFF? I don't even think it does AIFF.
I know it's pretty. I know it's pretty limited.
Yeah,
it's pretty much just Wave. And actually, let me look.
Okay. So he borrowed from his friend temporarily until. So have you started your tech support, your support ticket? I'm curious. I wonder if you've started your ticket, David, and hopefully that will be on its way, or at least on the way to getting a replacement, or at least getting your old one looked at. So yeah, let me see if I can take a look at the file. And did you look at the file information? Is it the
I haven't really.
Well, the thing is,
I haven't really dug deep into
yeah, but if you would email, do you have my email?
Yeah.
Okay. You all can also email me if you want to between shows. In fact, remember last week we talked about the Charles. I don't know if it's last week. Charles brought up in the last couple of weeks that you can continue having conversations as in between our live streams. You can go to youtube.com like community link on our website. So it's very easy to remember, learner-to-learner.com/community, or you go to the learner-to-learner.com's website, you can click on community and it will bring you to the community page. Right here, if you go up, you see up top here, community, click on that, and that is going to bring you, oh, wait, there's a broken, there. That's going to bring you to the page. So if you have questions, anything, you can post it there. I will keep an eye out on there too for anything that you want to discuss. Okay, so while we wait for that file to get sent to us, I discovered that I thought it would be interesting to discuss with you all what are the things on your RØDECaster, and this could be all the RØDECaster family, that is to you is the most helpful, that is uniquely, well, at least what you think, for what you do. So anything, the beneficial stuff that RØDECaster brought you to your either your meetings or your live stream, or what functions on there. So for instance, I'll start, like, and you guys can chime in too if you're in the chat. If you're even not on the panel tonight, you can definitely let me know. I find it, and also very uniquely to RØDECaster, is the fact that I can use my computer to not only that one USB connection, not only can I have a call with mix minus turn on, like what I'm doing with my Zoom callers, I can also send music from my computer over to my RØDECaster using the same USB connection. So USB 1 would carry the either the main or the main stereo or main multi-track, depending on which one you've selected, and then the chat channel. And of course, on top of that, if you have another connection plugged in on your USB 2 on your RØDECaster to your computer, you can actually even bring in another source onto your computer. And with the expanded USB 1 inputs, you can even do more, right? You can do an additional 4 inputs onto your RØDECaster. So that, to me, especially with like a physical mixer, I think maybe Elgato's WaveLink 3.0 software, along with the newer hardware, maybe that is blurring the line a little bit. But for the longest time, the RØDECaster was like the only one that will allow me to do phone calls and being able to bring multiple sources from my computer to the RØDECaster easily. So that's one of the benefits that I see, that I find myself use a lot. So I want to hear what you guys may have. I'm going to bring while you guys are thinking, I'm going to bring in what Kevin says. The EQ on the RØDECaster itself. Okay, so EQ on the RØDECaster is what Kevin thinks it's great. Yeah. And what that allows you to fine-tune your microphone inputs and any other sources, in fact. It's a good one. Share what you guys think is the important one or two or a few benefits that the RØDECaster bring you. What about you guys? Reggie?
Easy answer is everything.
No, you can pick one that's like you can't typically that you're like, okay, I gotta rely on that. I mean,
okay, there's 3 very specific ones.
Yeah.
One, the mute button.
Okay, physical mute button of your mic or any sources, really.
Yeah. Being able to quickly mic or mute myself has been extremely helpful. as we've seen from my four-legged guests,
occasionally they would express themselves while you're in the meeting or something.
Only when I hit record.
They know they can see the red light from afar.
Yeah. So yes, the physical mute button, just like you mentioned, the ability to take calls through the Bluetooth has really.
Do you do it
helped
on
me
the
out.
phone? Bluetooth on the phone to your phone?
Yeah, when I need to, it's come in handy for backup purposes in that. So I do majority of my interviews through Riverside, and Riverside likes to poop the bed a lot. And
what do you mean?
so-
What like what kind? Like, is it connection? What is the
I'll
issue?
have it. Sometimes just users can't connect for whatever reason. Either their internet's bad.
So you have
it
your
seems to
backup
be-
is to call them with with your phone using.
Reggie,
Bluetooth.
do they try using Google Chrome?
It just varies. I've had it when they're using their computer. I've had it when they're using their phone. I've had it when they're using. And the funny thing is, it seems to be every third or fourth guest that I have has problems.
Yeah, I know that in annals past, whenever John went on vacation for a while, I was in here with Sean, and when Sean was in
that's
charge, and his specialty is Riverside, and he found that I have Riverside and I have Ecamm, but he said my issue with Riverside was that I needed to come in with Google Chrome as opposed to.
Other browsers.
The Windows
it's gotta be,
or
either
Safari
Edge
or whatever.
Yeah, it's got to be either Edge or Chrome, and even when they're using either one of those, like every third or fourth,
Does
I have
it
issues.
help? Do you say maybe you reconnect or like stop your recording and then like fire up your quit your browser and come back in? Does it help?
No.
It doesn't. Still doesn't help.
Just the third guess is cursed.
Interesting.
Whatever.
Interesting.
I don't know why it's like that. So instead of trying to fight with it, because
You
a
just
lot
have
of
to
times
back up.
My guests are technology challenged.
Yeah.
And,
Your
so I
guests
just-
shouldn't have to deal with, which is
Yeah,
That-
I give I've found that they'll tolerate about 3 tries of any particular thing, and then they're just like, okay,
I'm done.
moving on. So yeah, if I can't get them to connect, if whatever we have some kind of reason, then yeah, I'll just be like, okay, well, just call me and we'll just do it that way. So that's saved a few of my episodes where things started recording and then we had problems and then I had to call them, and
that would
I
be
could
without
still put out
visuals, then,
something.
right? Then you.
Yeah, well, fortunately that happened all before I started doing video.
Oh, okay.
But since then, I've had one episode where I didn't have their video, or maybe two or three, where they didn't have video, but I was still able to put something together. I just do a slideshow or whatever. It's fine if I don't have the video, but the audio is key. So having that has been huge. Then the other 2 must-haves, going along with the last point, the recording. So once
having
again,
the
when Riverside,
backup recording.
yeah, when Riverside poops out, it's like, well, I still got my audio on the SD card, so I've been able to piece things together through that. So that's been a big help. And then, of course, with the server rack here in the corner, having the noise gate has been huge.
Helpful. You want to do a demo for people? Let's turn it off. Just temporarily turn it off and see what it sounds like.
Okay, this
There.
is no processing, which I don't have as much stuff on as I used to. So
We can still hear it, but it's not as bad
as
but,
it was. But
Now with that activated.
So
There you go.
that's turned back on. But yeah, every episode when I'd be editing, I'd have to kind of go through and kind of chop all of that out, and then in in my DAW, I figured out how to turn on kind of the noise reduction or whatever, and that was somewhat helpful. But until y'all just showed me how the noise gate works, then once I turn that on, then it's easy. It shows up in my editor, and it's just like, okay, when I'm not talking, it's just flat line, perfect. I don't have to mess with it and try and trim it out.
That helps so when you're in a meeting, if you don't want to constantly be muting, and that kind of does it for you. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's very helpful to hear from other people, because I thought as RØDECaster users are getting used to it, especially for the last several years, like 2-3 years, if you've been using it for that long, you sometimes take it for granted and you just don't think about it much anymore, and you just turn it on and then it works. And sometimes we forget what those useful pieces, either being the processing like EQ, what Kevin was talking about, or all the other stuff, noise gate and so forth. So good to hear. What about you, Glenn?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go. I just want to thank Reggie. One more thing on Riverside. I understand that they're rolling out a whole new production of that. Have you caught wind of that?
Yeah, I've been seeing everybody whine about it, but thankfully,
whining about it. Was it like? Is it change of interface or what?
Yeah, well, it's just a lot of problems. Riverside, they instead of just focusing on what they do well, they're trying to do everything, and so they keep rolling out things and changing things, and they've got a new editor and stuff like that. But thankfully, there is a DaVinci Resolve, so I don't even bother with
very good,
online editor. So.
Okay, I'm going to go simple on you, John.
Yeah,
I'm going to go tried and true. And again, I haven't been active recently, but if I was going to load it up tomorrow, I probably still would do it. I would still probably use my smart pads to do my scene changing, just because, they're color coded, they're right there for me. That's the way I used to do it, and I would probably still do it. Even though I've got my Stream Deck, I would probably still use my smart pads to do my scene changing in Ecamm.
So, I see. So you're essentially mapping your your smart pads to control your scenes.
So you can do anything. You can do the sounds. You can do the scenes. Just various things. This guy came up with some software eons ago, and I think that's the only thing he ever invented. And he just sits back and lets it roll in. For what that is. So, but I think that's probably the one thing I would still keep.
What exactly, like, who created it, and how is it hard to set up?
He's got I would say about a 15 to 20 minute
tutorial
YouTube video on it, and it's called. Hang on one second, I'll tell you what it's called.
Hey, look, Sean. Hello, Sean. We were just talking about you last week.
What did you do to yourself? I had to have biceps. I had to get my biceps repaired.
Biceps repaired.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like a second member of the panelist with the seat belts, with the safety belt on. Glenn, what did you do to yourself? That's the same person that AR Media is I believe, Sean. Okay.
Well, I'm having a little trouble finding the name of the software. Okay, go ahead to the next person.
Okay.
As soon as I find it, I'll let you know.
Nee, what about you, Nee? Do you have anything or can think of when you do use a RØDECaster? I don't know, sometimes you don't, but when you do use a RØDECaster, make sure you unmute your mic first before you speak. Tell us, what are the functionality of RØDECaster that you think sometimes you forget that it's useful? What are the things that you rely on the RØDECaster to do?
The ability that I could connect multiple people, like that's one thing I really like about the RØDECaster, and not having to.
What do you mean multiple people?
Yeah, so, say for like a phone call, right? To get an audio right. Say I'm trying to do a phone call with multiple people and at the same time use the computer to bring in audio. right? Either whatever production that I'm doing, right? It makes it easier for me. So it's gonna be the two USBs, right? Does that make sense? The two USBs.
Ah,
and
yeah,
the
kind of
Bluetooth.
like what I was talking about before you hop
Yeah.
on. Like having, let's say if you have a phone that you want to connect to using Clubhouse back then, right? What we did, and then also you want to connect to your computer and get some audio source like music or whatever you can play from your computer, and at the same time, USB 1 also carries the USB chat, so which means you
Yeah,
can use
and-
that for your meeting
And also,
apps.
just like the ability that you can record, and when someone is talking over you, right, during your post editing, though you have
Multi-track recording?
multi-track,
Yeah, yeah,
the
okay.
multi-track recording, you could take them out without using your computer to even do the multi-track recording, right? For the days that you don't want to use the DAW,
Which you don't. You
Which I
typically
don't.
use DAW. You typically use DAW, and not your internal recording.
Yeah, but you know, they one thing I hate is sometimes I forget to hit record when I'll do podcast or something.
Yeah, no,
I forget
yeah.
to do that. But yeah,
That I've
That's just
done
the
that
two
a few
things I
times.
Yeah, that's why I do triple recorded. No,
Triple recording. What
I
what are
record
the
in
three places?
Riverside. I record in Riverside. I record on my RØDECaster Video and on the Duo.
Oh wow, yeah. No, never too many redundancy actually. Especially if you have like important guests and like, oh my gosh, that thing was muted this whole time. No, that's good. I think is that for us, Swagger Media. If it is for me, yes, I'm still using Ecamm, and yes, still using Ecamm.
John, I found it. It's called it's 4 letters, ELMC MIDI deck. ELMC MIDI MIDI deck.
ELMC.
Yeah. It costs I think it costs like $20.
Oh, so it's on your computer.
I think it's an annual fee, but it's like $20, and you can program your smart pads with it.
Oh, so it does all that. That's really good research to know. So is this it? Is this it?
Yes.
ELMC MIDI deck. So it's
Yeah.
a Mac software, and you use that software to essentially talk to your RØDECaster's MIDI control.
It's you plug it into your Ecamm scenes or whatever, and you can use your smart pads to switch scenes, and you can
I don't think I knew about this.
you can load sounds, so you can put some theme music or whatever you got going on there. Just whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Okay.
it says it takes 4+ years to master it.
Who says that person? The commenter?
I said it says it takes 4 years to master it.
Well, that untrue.
Oh,
It only took me a year and a half, so it's not true.
it says rated 4 and plus years. Yeah, doesn't it take 4 years to master it?
No,
I'm
no.
just-
So, okay, so
was just a
so
joke.
does it do more than allowing you to control your RØDECaster? Does it do more MIDI
No,
control?
it's just built for programming Ecamm with the RØDECaster. That's
So
all
it's
built
that
for.
specific
Yes.
Ecamm and the
Right,
RØDECaster Pro 2 and and Duo. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's just,
That's what it
it's-
says
it's
down
to
here.
make your
Oh,
smart
let me
pads
see.
more
Stop
efficient.
right there. There you go.
ELMC MIDI deck allows you to control Ecamm Live software using a MIDI controller. Okay. RØDECaster Pro DAW. So if you have a device that can send MIDI, you can use it as a control surface for Ecamm Live using ELMC. Okay. So any MIDI equipped device, you can use this software to connect to your Ecamm essentially. All right, so we've got 2 people just join. Let me see if I can get them. Looks like Sean, who hasn't been here for a while,
Oh,
came
yeah,
back.
there he
Hello,
is.
Sean. Sean, did you
How
hear
you
your
doing?
name? Is that why you're back? We were talking
No.
about you.
Oh, you were? What, was it me saying bad stuff?
No,
Was that it?
no.
Okay.
Just take that pen and paper behind you and start taking notes because you're about to get screwed today.
Anyway, welcome back. Cindy Lou also is back. Hello, Cindy Lou. A little dark over there today.
Hello, that's my new blind
Backdrop.
behind me that I can change. I can add light by
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
so I can change
A
the
little
color
transition.
by flicking that,
Nice.
make it lighter. That's it. That's the two colors.
Did you control your blinds with your smart pads on your RØDECaster?
No.
Okay, just a remote. Okay, that's good too.
Just a thought.
I was asking earlier. I don't think Sean uses his uses RØDECaster, but Cindy Lou, I was asking earlier Glenn and Reggie and Nee about, and I shared mine. What are the features on your RØDECaster Pro 2, which is what you have, right? You don't have a Duo, you have a Pro 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Pro 2.
What are the features on your RØDECaster Pro 2 that you like and rely on and use all the time?
That's a really good question. Since
And
I'm just starting to
Yeah,
use
yeah,
it
you kind of like
again.
coming back to it. So maybe there's
So,
something
yeah, I'm
as
like-
you're using it, be thinking about a few people. Some people talk about the EQs,
Well, for
noise
Soundcheck
gate.
today, noise gate. I love noise gate.
Uh-huh.
And for Soundcheck today, I actually brought my instrument because I'd like to get that set up.
Oh, okay. All right,
my
cool.
ukulele, my electronic ukulele through the
Good.
RØDECaster, and get a singing. Yeah, get it set up for singing and using that.
Okay. Let's see. Ray also says hello. Hi, Ray. I want to sell my dinosaur. Oh, which dinosaur? It's which dinosaur do you want to sell? Your computer? Or your RØDECaster?
There are so many
that you're
dinosaurs
talking
in
about.
electronics.
Or are you referring to one of us? Let's see. Jess says, interesting. Wish I had a RØDECaster, but this is cool. I don't really understand noise gate, so I avoid using it. Keep an open mind. Like I remember when I remember I was also very like I
When you
know what
were a
it
noob?
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what it does. Well, actually, for a long time, actually, even a year
Hysteresis.
into it. Yeah,
Hys-
hysteresis,
hysteresis.
Nee's favorite word. It's not a medical condition, just to clarify. And I was very reluctant, or at least I was using it. I know how to use it, but looking at the controls, it sometimes can be kind of. Oh wait, sorry, I'm showing this for the Southern Hemisphere people. Okay, let me flip it back. I was showing this for Cindy Lou.
She's in the future.
Thanks.
Cindy Lou and Karen in the audience.
Oh,
Like,
Karen.
Our
like
upside-down
when
world.
you do noise gate, I mean, that's already kind of simplified, but there are a few things, and it took me a while to kind of get used to it. But of course, I just discovered this, and I took a note this weekend when I was just messing with the setting. Oh, in fact, when I was talking to maybe around the time when I was talking to Clay. So I'm gonna stop talking. If you look at my waveform or indicator on this screen right here, you can see that when I'm speaking, when the gate is open, the color is green. And when it is not open, it is white. Do you see that? I don't know how whether or not you can see it clearly. So when the gate is open, you can see that the waveform is green, and then when it is just below the threshold, it's white. I'm just barely touching. It went over the threshold. I was barely touching it. So you see how the color changes. I for how many years I've had this thing, I didn't realize that it was doing that. So visually, it at least indicates to you that when the threshold, when you set your threshold and when it goes above the threshold, which is when the gate opens, it turns into green. And then when it's below the threshold where it should be cut off, it's white. I don't know if you guys know. Did any of you already pick this up? I never paid that close attention to it. But yeah, noise gate, is something that would use. Use cases for it would be sometimes server like Reggie. For me, it's my my headset. If I have my headset crank up loudly, and sometimes it leaks and get into the microphone will pick up. And so if I set the threshold right, at least I get less bleed through of my headphone sound picked up by my microphone.
But 90% of the problem that a gate fixes can be fixed before you even need one with the right mic,
Yes.
the right pickup pattern, and it solves 90% of the problem.
That's right. Obviously, you want to get that taken care of first, like not using an open back headphones with, say, like an omnidirectional microphone.
Condenser.
Yeah. But right now, specifically, we're talking about like features that's inside of your RØDECaster that you do use that you find useful. Because I think sometimes you set it up and you don't touch it anymore, and you forget how those features are bringing you the quality of life improvement benefits that you get from there. So, which is fun to kind of revisit and talk about. What are the things? Okay, I think I rely on the noise gate a lot. And I used to hate that because I didn't understand it, like Jess was talking about. But it took me, 2 years maybe to get into it, to kind of finally be able to understand it. So if you know the capability is that noise gate's doing the noise gate thing, but you don't want to deal with it yet, don't worry. It will come to you eventually when you want to go back into it. Another thing is compressor. In fact, for RØDECaster users, it is not so much
don't use the preset.
Yeah. If you do use the preset, the threshold for the compression, let me see if I can go over to
Isn't
to
it
the
like
screen.
usually minus 50 or like
It was
it's
at 20, like minus 20 something on the threshold, which means it's compressing a lot of anything. Like even when you don't need compressor, when do you need compressor? To sort of, reduce the dynamic range, making the loud, pushing the loud part down, and then you can have, when you do that, you can actually add make up gain to kind of make everything louder. But if your loudness, how loud you speak, is not even clipping, why does the compressor need to be engaged? It's what my understanding is, and the theory of why you want to use compression. And so the threshold, if you make it harder for the compressor to kick in, so raise the threshold to more than the default minus 20 something. That would help. And, I think it's like over time, you learn to hear it too. Yeah.
So how would you know? So I'm just looking at mine. Mine's at
what's your threshold?
At 20.
Reggie, you took your gate off, didn't you?
No,
it's back on. Yeah.
Like okay.
No, I'm
when he's
just moving
speaking,
away from the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So okay, yeah. So yours is minus 20 something still.
Yes.
So which means I think what we didn't you? No. It was your EQ that reduced some of the. I think it may have been Sean who suggested that you cut some of your. You're using EQ to cut some of your server noise, but let us hear it. So essentially your red is all constantly on, right? If you have minus,
I just turned the compressor off right now.
Okay.
So it's off right now.
Keep talking.
Test 1 2 mic check. Hello. This is with the compressor turned off.
Why did you and then as you're speaking, turn it back on?
Test 1 2. The compressor is now turned back on. The threshold is at 26.4, and this is me talking with the compressor turned on.
And your threshold is still minus 20 something?
26.4.
Can you bring it up to maybe match mine, like a single digit?
Okay, now it's at 0. This is
Maybe a
this is
tiny
with
bit
it.
just for safety in case you scream really loudly. Or
I don't know what we're yelling about.
yeah, mine like
Okay,
minus
this is
6.
at 3.
Okay.
This is at -3.
No, just to catch, if you're like yelling or
Hello,
something.
hello.
But I
I
have
don't
to say,
scream very often. So.
yeah. So which means you definitely don't need the minus 20 something threshold because that it makes it so easy to compress the sound that does not need to be compressed, and so that could also reduce the output of your volume.
Do I even need it on? I feel like the way you're describing
you
it, I
should-
don't even need it at all.
You should have it on, or like around -1, just to have it there.
Yeah.
But the problem most people have, like John was saying, is the threshold is so low that it really crushes it. But then you don't do the makeup gain, so you start sounding like this, really muffled and far away, right? Because it's over compressing.
Yeah.
Like I have a compressor on I have a compressor and I have some other stuff on my voice. It's a DBX unit. But you can see if I get really loud, nothing really happened, did it? Right? If I start yelling, it's not doing it's kicking in. It's keeping everything right there. But if you do put the threshold a little bit lower, turn up the makeup gain just so it really has to do with this. If you're consistent where you are from the mic, that will dictate whether you need the compressor. Because if you're always moving around, you want to keep your voice kind of there while you're comfortable. Or if you're eating the mic, wherever you are, you just want it to be consistent. So John was absolutely right. After a while, you start hearing what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So just listen to me speak, and my voice is just like this the whole time. And I can do inflections and go up and go down and still have emotion, but you can see it's just completely like this. But the problem with the preset there, when
When
turn
it's too
on,
aggressive.
it sounds really, really bad, right? So it's just a matter of, are you really dynamic, and where are you sitting with the microphone? So if you're kind of usually here, like this is too far for me, and you could hear the difference right away. You can still hear me, but then if I go to where I always am, oh, okay, it's clear, it's even. So it's a matter of where are you with the mic, and then the compressor will keep you. If you're further back, it'll make it sound like you're here. It's just wherever you're comfortable being on the microphone.
The part that always gets me is the overly compressed sound. Is
Yeah.
You see how
Oh,
this?
yeah, there it
this
is.
This is how.
Yeah.
So it kind of dulled me down the whole time because
Absolutely.
and so you can kind of see like this is like the default, I think, like 20 something. Now some people like that if you feel like screaming morning radio, and some people think that that's a good sound.
If you turn up your makeup gain though, put it at 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Then-
So some people do that and keep
Right,
that,
but it sounds like really grainy.
it's almost muddy up your sound, like it loses.
Absolutely.
So what? I'm gonna reset back.
It was at 4. It was at 4. Makeup
Uh,
gain was at 4.
4, and then no, my threshold's at -9, I think. Because sometimes I laugh a lot, so
Exactly.
not sometimes, all the time. So
Didn't you sample yourself and put it on?
I was
When
going.
you're-
I was going to, but I didn't end up doing it. I mean, I was trying to. Yes. Anyway, so that compression, the rest. In fact, I saw somebody said that, I can't remember. I think it was it Clay that mentioned that he uses his the Aura Exciter and Big Bottom. Was it Clay? I can't remember. Somebody mentioned that. Oh, in fact, on Soundcheck I was asking Joe, and if Joe's going to be here or if you're going to be hanging around,
I will. Yeah.
I want to hear your explanation. So that's why I asked you did you hear our conversation last week? Because I was asking Joe, who's also knowledgeable, and he was going to tell us, and I think he's a professor, a teacher, also for something really sound. I didn't ask him, but I was asking him in Aural Exciter how does Aural Exciter work? How does it thicken up thicken up the bottom, and how does it make your
Do you want me to wait for next hour?
Yeah, let's do next hour.
Okay.
Let's do next hour.
There's a tease. Yeah. I can
that's
explain it. Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Because I want to hear. This is what I shared with people last week, is that there are the learning process for me, and this whole point of the channel is really for me and those who are kind of like share that same principle about learning, is sometimes I'm not ready to learn. You know what I mean? I know.
Signal flow. It's like, okay, you can explain it, Sean, but I got to do a diagram and then I'll learn it later.
Oh my gosh. Like sometimes my brain is just like not ready to accept it. And so I feel like now it's a time for me to kind of revisit that topic of discussion and learn a little bit more about harmonics and so forth. So stay tuned for that, and then come back and talk about that. If Joe comes in, also, if Joe is available, feel free to join us as well. Let me see if I miss anything in the chat. But anybody else, as we're talking, any RØDECaster functionality features that you like? It could be the power button. Did you know? So the power button.
Do people turn it off? What?
I do. I just turn
I
my
do turn.
own.
I do turn. I do turn off. This is what I discovered. If I don't turn it off,
I've turned it off since I bought it.
You haven't turned it off since you bought it?
Really?
I turn
don't
mine
see the
off
point.
occasionally. I turn mine off occasionally because sometimes if I use it over a week, like after a couple of weeks, sometimes the expanded USB one, the expanded input get messed up sometimes. It either does that little clicking or it like freaks out. So occasionally I would turn it off, or it would do the sudden disconnection. And I think it's how I use mine, like how it's connected to my machine, maybe specifically the Mac Mini. It doesn't happen as regularly anymore, but it still does that. Occasionally I would lose my connection. I can tell that some of you may not even happen at all. Losing the connection meaning I'll be recording a podcast, and then on Ecamm it suddenly says, your input is now gone. So my RØDECaster is no longer seen, and it's still on, except I have to wait for it to come back, reconnect, all the reestablish all the connection. And if I don't do an occasional, say maybe once a week, I reboot my RØDECaster, it tends to want to do that. But the power button in the theme song, if you guys, this is very inside baseball, even though I don't like sports. So if you listen to the theme song of RØDECaster User Meetup next time, the whole theme song starts with the squeaky button press. You can hear the little that's how it starts, and it starts with the boot up sound and all that. So next time, take a listen to that.
I don't think the power button really bothers me. It don't faze me. Whether it been
It does not bother me. Yeah. In fact, I think of it. Somebody
it bothers
mentioned that
me
too.
greatly.
What does it do? To the point of?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the idiot that shuts his off, throw things at me. But anyway, but it is the worst power button made by man.
But do you get annoyed when you turn it on or turn it off? Or you get annoyed so much you don't
going
do
both ways. Whether I'm going on or off, it takes me about 10 presses to get it to work.
I love how controversial the power button is. Karen is saying that I was told to not turn RØDECaster Pro 2 off because the internal clock will lose time.
It has a battery.
That internal clock has never been right for me, so I just don't care.
I think it Yeah, I've heard that too, Karen. Also, internet connection. If you have a connection connected the whole time, but even if it goes off sync and then you turn back on and it picks up the internet, and then it will resync back up. But yes, that's true. But power button, I remember somebody mentioned that the fact that it's so hard to press your RØDECaster's power button may not be a bad thing necessarily, because it makes it harder to accidentally hit the button in the middle of a recording. And if
That's true, but there is a reason you should turn it off.
And so you accidentally, I'm seeing this little glitch on my screen. Do you guys see it?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
There is a reason you should turn it off, though.
Yeah, my RØDECaster is set to time in Accra, Ghana, which is almost 2:00 right now. How? I don't know.
You can never get it to work?
I can never get it to work.
Is it connected to the internet?
Yes, it is.
Ethernet or Wi-Fi?
Internet.
Ethernet. So you have a hardwired connection.
Yep. So I just stopped messing around with it because it doesn't affect the recording, because the time on my recording is always right, but it doesn't affect my recording.
The time of your recording on the recorded file is correct, but then the clock showing
the clock on the display
on here is wrong.
Yes. Like right now, how yours says 8.
Yeah.
Mine
we're in the same time zone.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the same time zone, but mine is giving me the time zone in Accra, Ghana, which is 157 right now.
So what if you go to your time? Like your time zone?
It's going to
Change
come
it
back.
to UTC.
It's on UTC. Once I turn it off and I turn it back on, it's always off. So
maybe that's
I
what
just don't
Karen
mess it.
says. That's what Karen says, turning off. Oh, okay.
There is a reason you should turn it off, though.
Oh no, I turn mine off. Like I don't like. Once I get down here, I have too much LED lights in my room. Sometimes I just.
Do you want to know the reason?
I saw the glitch again.
Sean, I'm in suspense. Please tell us the reason.
Okay, yeah, 1 minute.
I wasn't going to say
one
it again.
minute.
Oh, you want to hear?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you do leave it on, the potential of burning in the screen can happen. Does everybody know what burning the screen means?
Yeah.
So that would be the reason to turn it off.
You could also set it to go to sleep if you don't want to, for the screen's purpose.
There you go.
But then the screen is not made out of plasma, so
It can still do it if you.
yeah, I know.
That's why they have the sleep function.
Yes.
Right.
Same thing with your Stream Deck. Anyway, we will carry on the conversation. Thank you, Aunt Kevin. We didn't even get to say hi to you, but we'll continue our conversation over on Soundcheck. And if you follow this channel and watch RØDECaster User Meetup, maybe Soundcheck might be interesting to you as well. We open up the conversation to generally broader audio discussion, as well as live streaming gear as well, software that we use. So if you're interested, follow us over there on the next show. We're going to end this one and then we'll start the next one. If you subscribe and click the notification bell, it will notify you when that happens. Okay, all right. See you all on the next show. Bye, everybody. Thank you.